Time to turn the desk over to Jack Haskins for our first look at sports. And we talked about it a little bit off the top, but I guess it's a pretty big day in anyone's life when they make it to the NHL. But then as you go along, there's those milestones as well. Being traded, getting a new contract, all pretty significant events.
And getting a 2-year contract, that's kind of a big deal as well. So his future is kind of settled for now. And like I said, big news out of the NHL today. Local boy Clark MacAuthor signed a new contract with the Toronto Maple Leafs. MacAuthor received a 2-year deal worth $6.5 million. That's a cap hit of $3.25 a year. The 26-year-old had a career high with the Buds last season by posting 62 points and playing in all 82 games. Well, we have profiled 5 Bobcats who have earned scholarships to colleges in Canada and the United States this season. But exactly how hard is it for these players to get these scholarships? Well, Bobcat Kory Chisholm is currently researching a college with a prestigious hockey program accompanied by elite academics. And he says it's no walk in the park. Sarah Olashuk brings us the story.
Competition extends from the ice to the classroom for hockey players looking to earn scholarships. Who better to take us behind the scenes of getting noticed by a college than Bobcat Kory Chisholm?
They'll come to you first and they'll discuss what kind of programs and whatnot you're interested in, and then basically it's up to you to write your SAT test, and from there you have to get a high enough score to be able to get into their academic program.
It's not as easy as a lot of people think it is. I mean, it's such a performance thing.
The Lloydminster native is still eligible to play for the Bobcats in the upcoming season, but has already set his sights on Ivy League schools in the States.
It's very frustrating for Kory. He sent out more information and everything about himself, and we continue to with Scott and myself now. We really like to see him get where he wants to go.
The left winger feels the pressure when he sees college coaches and recruiters sitting in the stands.
It's just one of those things, you never know who's going to be in the stands that night, so it's definitely, you just have to perform at your best every night and make sure that you bring your A game.
For the 20-year-old, academics are just as important as hockey.
Major in engineering or medicine types of programs like that, definitely high academic programs that have a great hockey program.
After putting in long hours of hard work, Kory is now waiting for that one special phone call from a college that will give him a scholarship for doing what he loves most, playing hockey. Sarah Olashuk, Newcap Sports.
Well, most golfers cringe when they hit their shot into the greenside bunker, especially if you're me. It can be a tricky situation to get out of. On this week's Golf Tips, Aaron and Kyle look at ways that we can get off the beach and close to the pin.
Welcome back to Golf Tips. As you can see, we're here playing in the sand in the greenside bunker. Kyle, what kind of things are we doing today?
Well, we're going to learn how to get out of here. This is probably the worst possible place to be on the golf course other than being in the water. So we're going to work on creating a little bit of ease out of here and make sure we're getting shots out, leaving them on the green, and hopefully getting pars out of these instead of bogeys and double bogeys. So now the setup for this shot is a little different. We want to get our feet dug in. We want to have the ball in the middle of our stance, but we want to create a line basically about a credit card length behind the ball and where we want to enter the sand with the club. What this is going to do is going to give us the best angle of approach to get underneath the ball, give it a little bit of spin, and leave it on the green.
This week we are in the greenside bunker, while next week we'll be in the middle of the fairway. For Kyle, I'm Aaron. See you on the links.
Golf Tips are brought to you by the Pro Shop and Lounge at the Lloydminster Golf and Curling Center. This isn't just a game, it's a lifestyle. Visit lloydgolf.com for online specials and more.
Let's turn to some NSRBL action now, where there were a trio of games last night. Let's start with the Midwest Expos and the Standard Hill Lakers. The Expos picking up their first win of the season by a convincing margin of 9-5. Next up, the Lloydminster Juniors took to the St. Walburg Reds 12-2. Then the Wilkie Brewers visited the Unity Cardinals, and they pumped them 14-7. There are a few games going on tonight as well. The North Battleford Beavers will go against the Wilkie Brewers, and the undefeated Lloydminster Twins will battle the Lloydminster Midgets. And finally, the Unity Midgets will square up against the Border City Blue Jays.